From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, January 12th, 2018. Silver is trading at $17.16 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,332 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $55, and the average price of Bitcoin is $14,052. Antiwar.com reports during the bilateral talks between North and South Korea this week, the U.S. Air Force deployed 3 nuclear-capable B-2 Spirit bombers to Guam, along with some 200 airmen. The Guam base has long been seen as the likely staging area for U.S. attacks against North Korea. Adding context to this deployment, while the U.S. never formally objected to the talks, there were reports at the time that the Trump administration was debating carrying out a limited sneak attack against North Korea, though the reports on the attack suggest it was likely to be in the future, likely during the Winter Olympics. The deployment of the U.S. warplanes has doubtless added to military tensions on the Korean Peninsula, even as the negotiations sought to ease them somewhat. Putting nuclear-capable bombers in Guam on the eve of the Winter Olympics, and immediately after President Trump bragged about his nuclear button, doubtless will further inflame concerns throughout the region and serious fear of a war breaking out.
For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports a Republican lawmaker wants to give permanent residency to approximately 400,000 immigrants in the United States affected by the Trump administration's decision to end the temporary protected status, TPS. But he also wants to end the TPS program entirely. The TPS Act of 2018, introduced by Representative Mike Kaufman of Colorado, would end the 28-year-old program while granting permanent legal residency to its recipients from El Salvador, Honduras, Haiti, and Nicaragua. The total number of people that could potentially be granted legal residency is approximately 462,000, many of whom have been in the country for nearly 30 years. In his calls to eliminate TPS altogether, Kaufman's bill addresses a major criticism of the program. TPS was created in 1990 to grant temporary residency to people from countries affected by war, natural disasters, and humanitarian disasters until those conditions were improved. But even after conditions improved, the State Department has continually renewed TPS for the program's recipients, prolonging their time in the United States. In effect, many have been in the country legally for decades, and going back to their home country would be an immense hardship. Earlier this week, the Trump administration announced an end to the TPS program for more than 200,000 Salvadorians who have been living in the country legally since 2001, when a major earthquake affected El Salvador. The administration previously announced an end to the TPS program for people from Haiti and Nicaragua. All TPS recipients from El Salvador, Haiti, and Nicaragua were given 18 months to return to their country or apply for other visas to stay in the United States.
In 2115 New England, there are no borders, no states, and no regulations, yet never has a more peaceful and prosperous place existed. But Mr. Drake intends to replace the anarchy of New England with a government. Anarchy in New England by Joe Jarvis is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores.
Reuters reports the U.S. House of Representatives on Thursday passed a bill to renew the National Security Agency's warrantless internet surveillance program, overcoming objections from privacy advocates. The legislation, which passed 256 to 164 and split party lines, is the culmination of a years-long debate in Congress on the proper scope of U.S. intelligence collection, one fueled by the 2013 disclosures of classified surveillance records by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. Some lawmakers attempted to persuade colleagues to include more privacy protections. They failed on Thursday to pass an amendment to include a requirement for a warrant before the NSA or other intelligence agencies could scrutinize communications belonging to an American whose data is incidentally collected. Thursday's vote was a major blow to privacy and civil liberties advocates. The bill, as passed by the House, would extend the NSA spying program for 6 years with minimal changes, with some privacy groups saying it would actually expand the NSA's surveillance powers. The Senate will hold a procedural vote on the bill next week after it returns from a break. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.